welcome. So happy to have you here today. I am currently having some yogurt. Welcome, everyone. We are in Pisa today. Thank you for coming to this last minute tour. After looking around at all of the beautiful things here, I thought I can't just have one tour here. It's too, there's too much to see. So that is why we are having this afternoon tour, but I am currently in the most famous gelato shop in town. And let me flip this around and show you. Dei Coltelli. Dei Coltelli. And they are known for having these delicious flavors that are somewhat out of the ordinary. Although I have yet to see anything that is too exciting. But while everyone is getting here, I'll just show you all of the flavors they have. She told me that the most popular flavor here is pistachio and caramel. I'm having the sheep's milk yogurt. And have any of you guys had sheep's milk before? It is so good. So it's a little strange as milk, but if you have it as yogurt or specifically as ice cream, it is excellent. It's like 3 times the fat. I had some when I was in Crete, and I am a convert now. I have been converted to sheep's milk ice cream. It is delicious. Welcome, everyone. So happy to have you here today. Let me flip this around and say hello to all of you. So my name is Kelsey. I am originally from Portland, Oregon, and Chicago. And my husband and I just moved to Valencia, Spain in February. And we are loving it. And that is how I was able to find this super cheap ticket to Pisa for a whole week. And as I was looking around, I thought I have to show them this part of town. So, in terms of using the platform, you see all of the comments popping up there. And then you also have the location button in case you want to know exactly where we are. And then you can also take screenshots or postcards, as we call them. So you put your finger on the screen, you see the little button pop up, and you click your finger on it, and then you can post it to your social media and say, oh, I had an afternoon in Pisa today. It was gorgeous. What did you do today? So that is how to use the platform. But let's go ahead and be on our way here. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this around so you can see this as I put my backpack on. And then I'll show you the flavors one more time. So. I have peach and raspberry and mulberry. Oh, those things look so fantastic. I want all of them. Okay. Let's back up a little here so you can see this. So here again are the flavors of this this delicious gelato shop. So, in terms of finding the good gelato, you want basically to see something like this, where everything is sort of closed off and they don't have mountains and mountains of gelato. Because if they have mountains and mountains, that basically means that there's preservatives in them. Whereas these obviously do not have any preservatives in them, as they are tucked away in freezers for people to choose from, and then they get it nice and cold. So, one more view of Del Coletti. This is the gelato that I am having today, or I guess the sheep's milk yogurt, and just some more of the flavors. So, Pisa. Pisa is a city in Tuscany, so we are on the Arno River. What is the Arno River, you ask? Grazie. It is right here. This is the Arno River. I do not want to get hit by a car, so let's just wait for just a second. Okay. Ah, isn't this beautiful? So very, very gorgeous here. And there is the old bridge as well. We'll talk a little bit about this evening, but we're passing by this, so I couldn't not show you the Arno River. Isn't this gorgeous? So welcome everyone. Do let me know where you are tuning in from today. And if you have ever been to Pisa, or to the gorgeous Arno River like this one. What other city do we associate the Arno River with? I know, isn't it picturesque? What other city do we associate the Arno River with? Florence! Yes, excellent. Maybe Washington, D.C. too. But when I think of the Arno, I normally think of Florence. Oh, hello in California. I normally think of Florence because that is the city that we saw on Friday. It has the Ponte Vecchio. Oh, you live in Washington, D.C. I understand. I was like, well, maybe there's something I don't know. But, well, welcome. Good to have you here. Hello from Finland. Oh, how exciting. And oh, so many people have seen the Arno in Florence. That's excellent. So now you are seeing it here in Pisa as well. So Pisa is famous, or it is so old, and it was such a strategic location because of the Arno River. And it has more than 20 churches, many medieval palaces, and this beautiful old bridge crossing the Arno. And it is mostly famous for the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which, plug for my tour this evening, which we are going to see in about 3 hours. So do tune in for that. But today we are going to have a walk along one of the main streets here. Okay. Here is one of the beautiful squares. This is Garibaldi Square. Anyone know who Garibaldi is? Anyone familiar with Garibaldi? He is a fantastic. So let me just get a little bit closer actually to this. But this statue was made in 1892 to model this this hero of the area. He is basically called the hero of two worlds because he had many conquests both here in Europe and also in South America. And then on the front of this here, this is the eagle with a laurel wreath, and then we have two winged female figures up there on the sides of it here. And it literally means Pisa to Garibaldi. And then I have to go this way to show you the other half. And then this part here is, that's hard to see, isn't it? Is Garibaldi's battle cry, which translates to Rome or death. And all the soldiers are leaving their houses. And this one here is Garibaldi wounded and being carried by his soldiers. And he had 3,000 volunteers in his march toward Rome, but they were defeated and captured in 1862. And then here is the last side of this. This is Garibaldi's his wounded leg and foot when he finally got to Pisa in 1862. Now, isn't that crazy detail? Interesting. And again, this statue was made in 1892. So this is Borgo Stretto, and this is the street we're going to walk down today. This is one of the main commercial streets here, but we are going to see a lot of food, a lot of native Italians, and some of the shopping details that we can find here. But from the 14th century, these Pisan merchants here, let's see. And as always, do let me know if you are ever losing me. I am in some pretty narrow areas here with big stone buildings, so keep me posted. These gorgeous. So the merchants began to build their loggias, or basically their lodges, in this area. And then they opened their shops and their taverns here. And then also have this beautiful church. This is the San Michele in Borgo church. San Michele in Borgo. Look at that. So this church is from the 12th century, and it was originally started in the late 10th century outside the walls of the city here. Look at that detail. That's amazing. And then the actual facade that we're looking at with all of these arches here, this is from the 14th century. So, so modern. And the upper part that we're looking at right now, it has three different sections. And yes, really good eye. Let me show you a little bit more of the saints here. Do you see those? Aren't those amazing? Look at that detail. And this is all very gothic style. So, isn't that amazing? So let's have a look inside. Would anyone like to go inside? I don't want to bring you inside if you don't want to go inside. Look at the outside of this. All right, we do want to go inside. Look at the outside of this, though. And this is probably originally also from the 14th century. As it doesn't look like it's been kept up too well. I know, isn't it beautiful? Okay. As always, I can't say too much in the churches. Look at those arches. Look at the detail. Zoom in a little bit. Oh, excellent. I'm glad you can see. Look at the detail there. That's amazing. And this church again is from the 10th century. And let me show you the ceiling. That wood. Okay. And the organ. Do you see the organ in the back? Beautiful. And then make sure to check out the stained glass window there. Alright, let's go. Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh, how much fun. So again, let me give you a good view of that. Sorry I couldn't talk very much while you were inside. You know how it is in churches. It's absolutely silent. So here again is the front, and this is the San Michele in Borgo, and it's a Roman Catholic church here in Pisa. For those of you who are just joining, welcome. We are in Pisa this afternoon, and we are checking out some of the main streets. This is Borgo Stretto, which is the sort of main shopping street, I guess you could say. So let's have a look here. Oh, before I move along, for all you fashionistas, look at these. Ooh, those are very pretty. Because it is Monday, a lot of these are closed today. Otherwise, that poppy dress would be mine. For those of you who have been following along my tour in Italy, I got here on Wednesday, and we had a visit to Lucca, to 4 of the 5 Cinque Terre or Sanctuary cities, then to Florence, to Genoa. Yes, oh, the statue, I totally agree. And actually, you reminded me, there is another statue of Mary over here. Before we leave, this is so cool. I've never seen anything like this. Let me show you. It does look like Chiavari. It does. All of the arches and the porticos. There we are, Borgo Stretto. You can hear all of the sirens. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? So this is a wooden statue of Mary and Jesus. And you can see how, because we have such intense sun here, you can see how the wood is just cracking and cracking. Oh my goodness. Yesterday when I was walking over here, wow, look at the cracks in the face of the angel. That's amazing. When I was walking over here, it did start to rain, just skies open and pouring. And of course, it says no rain here today, so it was a surprise for everybody. But everyone sort of ducked and covered, and most people took refuge right in this little covered section here. So it was really neat to be huddled under here with all of the Italians who were on their phones, just casually waiting for the rain to stop. Okay. So around the 15th century, Pisa was attacked, and the main reason was, of course, their port, which is why Pisa has been such a strategic area for such a long time. And Pisa's power is basically due to their maritime trade, which leads us to all of these merchants in their loggias, or their little shops, selling fish, selling multiple types of seafood. And also here is a little square. I was in here before, and there were a couple shady characters, but it seems to be more populated now. So we can hop over here, and I'll just show you. This is the Piazza delle Vettovaglie. Vettovaglie. Piazza delle Vettovaglie. What a cool name. And it's quite busy with all of the little kids and all of the people eating food. Oh, here, let me just show you the menus here. And it's all in English. Oh, how funny. So we can get a Tuscan appetizer. Oops. Thank you. Almost getting hit by the little garbage truck that is basically going through the restaurant. Yes, you can get Tuscan appetizers. You can get caprese with buffalo or big, big cheese, big ball of cheese. Bruschetta with tomatoes. Oh, so delicious. And then, of course, a variety of seafood. Fettuccine and wild boar. Oh my gosh. I might have to come back here for lunch. This looks really good. Oh, I want all of this. All of these dishes look so yummy. All right, well, maybe that'll be my lunchtime place today. Okay. We already had gelato for the day, so that was really delicious. Oh, here, let me just pop in this pizza place, though, and show you some of the little pizzas that are available. Ooh. Oh, that looks delicious. You can see this one has spinach on it, and then these have a variety of things inside it, sort of like little calzones. Yummy. All right, let's keep going. Oh, for all of you fashionistas, here's some more of the pretty clothes we can see. So Pisa is a legendary city and one of the most famous here in the Tuscan region. And tourists usually stop here sort of en route to Florence, but this is from personal experience, I would say this is a better place to stay than Florence. Nothing typical. That's so funny. Even if it's not typical, I'll eat it. It looks pretty good to me, and it smells super good. Oh, okay, so here is another gelateria naturale. See how they're all tucked away in little containers? These are the gelato choices that you want to eat. You don't want to have the big piles of gelato that are somehow staying frozen in the 90-degree or 40-degree Celsius heat. Oh, excuse me. It is an allergy paradise here, folks. And then we are about to get to Galileo's home. Thank you, everyone. But before we get there, fashionistas, another beautiful dress. So during the 11th century, Pisa rose to prominence and became one of the the major maritime hubs in Italy, and that is when it saw great development with the amount of people and money pouring into the city. And it did have a decline in the 13th century, but for those visiting Pisa, you would never know it. And also, something a little sad is that Pisa did get quite bombarded during World War II, um, but many of the important relics were saved, and also a lot of the architecture has been rebuilt. Nothing too important was lost from what I can understand. Of course, nothing lost is or anything lost is not good. But um, for example, it's not like the Leaning Tower was knocked down, something like that. So on this street, of course, if you're looking for a combination between fantastic architecture, like we can see here, and then also shopping, this would be your street, Borgo Stretto. And we're in the very heart of the city here. Oh, look at all this ice cream. This is some more of the ice cream you can get here. Yummy, yummy. Why does it have to be so good? Oh, look at these, y'all. In case you weren't hungry, now you are. I'm sorry. Oh, buongiorno. How are all these people so skinny? I would be eating everything if I lived in this city. And then here's one of the beautiful sort of frescoes that's along here. These are all from the 18th century, but have been kept up, which is nice. But this is the cover photo of the tour. But not only is there beautiful shops and fun shopping, of course, but there is also here the statue of Galileo Galilei. So on February 29th in 2020, this bronze statue of Galilei was placed in front of what we believe to be the childhood home. So the big building behind it. He was born in Lucca, and then he traveled all over the world. But in case you would like to see a picture of the artist, this is the guy who built it. Also, in case you're wondering exactly where we are, here is a map. Sorry, I forgot to post that at the very beginning. Don't get hit by a bike, Kelsey. I was chatting with one of my guides earlier, and she was saying anyone who is driving anything, don't trust them. If they're driving a bike, if they're driving a car, if they're driving a horse, don't trust. So yes, Galilei, he's an astronomer, a physicist, an engineer, but he was quite frail as well. But this statue depicts him as a strong scientist, and he's dressed as a 17th century gentleman, and he stands here with the symbols of his career. So we've got in one hand this telescope, And then on the other one, the celestial sphere or the globe. Beautiful. All right, I have one more gorgeous view to show you, and then I will bid you farewell. So this evening in about, let's see, what time is it? 3, okay, so in about 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes, or no, I think it starts at 5 today. So in exactly 2 hours, we are starting the tour of the Leaning Tower of Pisa and the surrounding area in that part of town. So do come back for that part of the tour, which is going to be so much fun. And then keep an eye on your schedules because this evening I might even do an Arno River walk. But that brings us to the end of the tour. For those of you who take selfies, I will smile for your selfies. 1, 2, 3. And then also, let me show you this gorgeous building right here. Oh, thank you so much for your donations. Yes, I'm sure you all have taken free tours before, but the way that they work, you are free to tip whatever you think the tour is worth. If you enjoyed the tour and got a lot out of it, wonderful. Buy me gelato. And if you did not enjoy it, well, I hope you come again and enjoy the next one. If you did enjoy it, please leave me a review and let me know what you liked about the tour. And if not, my name is Lauren and I am in Poland. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming today. For those of you who hit the tip button, thank you ever so much. Every little bit helps, as they say. In 2 hours, we are headed to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and then there might even be a walking tour tonight of the Arno River. I'll see how the weather is. If it starts to rain, I won't be able to, but if it doesn't, we can do it. Also, do follow me. I keep joking with people that I will do a get to know me tour when I have 1,000 followers, and I had said that when I only had about 600. Well, in the last 3 days, I've gained 150 followers. So I keep joking that I'm gonna have to do this get to know me tour as soon as I get home tomorrow. So it won't actually be tomorrow. Thank you so much for your donations, Debbie. But I will definitely be posting that at some point soon as well. So do keep an eye out for that, and do follow me if you would like to have a get to know me tour. Then you will be informed about that. Let me just show you one more gorgeous view here. And this again is Borgo Stretto, which is the main sort of downtown shopping street. This is where the city started, basically. This is where the shop owners originally put all of their wares to sell, all of their arts and crafts and all of the fish that they were selling here. So you are in the heart of Pisa. So again, thank you so much, everyone. Yes, leave me a review. For those of you who hit the tip button, thank you so much. And do follow me so you can be informed about more tours. In the next 3 Saturdays, I am doing tours in Valencia. This coming Saturday, it will be the Old Town Valencia tour, which we go see a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a tower. And then the following Saturday is the Bull Ring and the Palace of Communications. And then the Saturday after that will be a brand new tour in Valencia. So if you have seen my tours in Valencia before, this will be one that you have not seen. It is called Castle to Castle. So there are two huge castle gates in Valencia, in Spain, where I live, and we will be walking from one to the other in the middle of Old Town, which is called El Carmen, and it has all of these gorgeous old town buildings and very picturesque views. So that's going to be lots of fun. So do tune in for those as well. And then in September, my husband and I are headed to Germany to see the Passion Play in Oberammergau, which, if you haven't heard of the Passion Play, it takes place every 10 to 12 years, and the entire town of Oberammergau takes part, and you have to prove on your passport that you are from the city, otherwise you're not allowed to be in the show. And men, when they are auditioning, they have to basically prove that they have grown their beards for the past 2 years. That is how they are accepted into the show. So it's a very cool thing. So do tune in for those as well. I'll also be touring around Bavaria and also in Berlin as well. My plan is to go from Berlin to Düsseldorf to Nuremberg to Munich and then down to Oberammergau for the Passion Play. So I will hopefully see you all in 2 hours. Thank you so much for your donations, for your questions, for your comments, and I hope you enjoyed this little afternoon tour of Pisa. Thank you so much, everyone. See you next time. Thank you, everybody. See you soon.